Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Brandon. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, much love. Thank you for clicking on the video. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. But I wanted to do a reaction video of Gideon. If you've been familiar with the channel, you know how much I love Gideon. They're one of my favorite metalcore / hardcore bands. And when they announced today that they have a new record coming out on March 17th called More Power, More Pain, oh, I was so stoked. The artwork looks really cool. I'll try to flash it up on the screen here, so go check it out. But this is the first song off the new album called Too Much Is Never Enough, and I'm very excited to get into it. I have not listened to it. I saw the announcement and I knew as soon as I got home from work, your boy had to go check it out. So if you do like Gideon, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think about the track. Are you excited for the new album? Would love to hear your thoughts on it. But let's get into Too Much Is Never Enough right now. All right. Ooh. This is tough. I like it. All right, Dan.
I'm done, so done living
Oh!
like this. Holding my tongue, clutching my fist, my God. You're throwing dirt on my name while I'm standing 2 feet in the flames, my God. I don't wanna play no games. Gasoline dripping off the words you say. You love to talk that shit, and I love to throw it right back in your face. 'Cause I've been swallowing fire, setting myself ablaze as the flames get higher and higher. I will accelerate. Keep up, or get lost in the clouds.
This is going so hard.
Keep up, yeah. Don't slow down. Too much is never enough. I put it all on the line. I made every sacrifice, and you don't know the way. Nothing was given to me, that shit was earned the hard way.
Woo!
Blood, sweat, and misery. Hell-bent on proving them wrong. Into the flames. This is where I belong.
Oh man.
'Cause I've been swallowing fire, setting myself ablaze as the flames get higher and higher. I will accelerate. Keep up, or get left in the cloud of dust. Keep up, don't slow down now. Too much is never enough. I came for what's mine, yeah, I'm in it for blood. About to reopen the cut. You bitches try to drag my name through the mud. It's time that I remind you where the fuck I come from. South of heaven, north of hell, where the river runs deep and the blood gets spilled. Where dreams are born but die too young. At the bottom of the barrel, or the barrel of a gun. So bring it.
Oh my god. This band. Oh god. They get me so hyped. I love them. Guys, Gideon, Too Much Is Never Enough. This song, I don't even know what to say. Like I feel like and with each record, I feel like they get just a little bit more like brutal. And I'm very excited because I feel like this is going to be a very dark record from what I can gather. You know, there's a lot to get off the chest. I felt like with Out of Control, they were like just getting out of that mindset of like, you know, because they used to be, I would consider them, I guess, to be more of a Christian like metalcore band. And then with Out of Control, I feel like they kind of shifted, you know, And I think you can find it on social media where they were talking about a lot of that sort of stuff. But uh, I really enjoyed Out of Control when it released in 2019, and I think I did a review of it. I honestly can't remember. It's been that long, but been patiently waiting for new stuff. As I mentioned before, like, again, huge Gideon fan, so I feel like, again, my perception on this song may be a little bit biased. Some other people may not enjoy the song, and I can totally understand why, but I feel like a lot of the times when I get into Gideon songs, I really kind of listen more towards the lyricism because it definitely hits a little bit more closer to home for myself, and I can find a lot of similarities to how I felt in certain places of my life. So I really feel like I'm gonna connect a lot more with this album. I love the the title of the song, as well as the title of the album as well. Like I said, I think this is gonna be a very dark album, and I think the things that they weren't able to get out of control, I think they're gonna be able to get out in this album. Definitely down tuned. I honestly don't even know what tuning they're in at this point now. It honestly feels like a seven string, like super, super heavy. Again, super, super heavy guitars, bass. And I think Dan really kind of did a lot of unique stuff on this track. I think he's doing a lot more of that. I can definitely hear more of a new metal influence for sure. You can hear a lot of that sort of, again, like almost the way that he's screaming has kind of like a rap sort of feel to it. Again, I know, not being very descript on it, but definitely has that sort of, again, that sort of like beat to it. And I know that the way that the lyricism and stuff like that feels intentional, and the way that it's kind of like portrayed in the song is really neat. As well as that, Dan, I think his screaming sounds just as good as I remembered it to be. And again, don't go too long without listening to Gideon, because I always love listening to their music. But I love his tone. I think he's just got this aggressive tonality to his screams that just kind of transcends the song. And no matter, like, again, if it's like really kind of more upbeat, rhythmically, I still think he's able to keep up and really keep it interesting. But this one was really cool. The drumming, I think this song particularly, and being the first song, I think it has a lot of nuance to it that I may not pick up on upon first listen, but as I get into it more and as I listen to it more, I think this one is definitely going to have more of a stronger reign on what I'm like listening to, and obviously how the record's going to play out, and some of the other singles that are going to be released. And I'm going to be interested to know how the rest of the album's going to sound comparatively to this single, because I don't really try to base the albums off of just the single itself. I really try to give it the benefit of the doubt, especially if I wasn't particularly a fan of this single. I think I would have definitely tried to look out and listen to the next one that came out. But I really enjoyed this. It was a good one. It's heavy, it's brutal. And I think some of the parts where they could have definitely like laid out the breakdown, I definitely feel like they did. And again, I think if you like Gideon and you like the last record, Out of Control, you're definitely going to like this record a lot, because I think they're definitely pulling a lot of the sort of similar sounds from that album into this one. And I'm curious to see how much they're going to kind of branch out in the next one as well. If they try to do stuff that's different, try to do stuff that's interesting, because again, I know I can hear a little bit of new metal influence, so I'm curious if they're going to go a little bit further down that pipeline a little bit more. But overall, fun track, heavy. And it's good to hear Gideon back as per usual. So I will leave a link to More Power, More Pain in the links below. They do have a vinyl up there as well, which your boy's gonna cop. Very excited, and they have some really cool merch. Not shilling for Gideon, but listen, they're awesome. So I do love them. So I will definitely be picking the record up. And let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you think about Too Much Is Never Enough. I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think it's a good song? Do you think it's bad? I would love to know your take on it. So drop it down in the comments. And also, if you have any suggestions in terms of songs you would like me to do a reaction of next, definitely hit the line in the comments or hit the DMs on social media. Would love to know what you guys are listening to. And as we get closer to the end of the year wrap ups, so I'm, well in the weeds of those. So I'm very excited to finally get those out when the time comes. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, share it. It goes a long way. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.